Hey, I'm Tiffany Smith here in the Fandango Movieclips VIP Lounge at San Diego Comic-Con. We get to talk comic books, we get to talk superheroes, but we get to also talk to very funny ladies. So right now I am here with Riki and Natasha from Another Period. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you. This is the best room.
Yes. You come in our room, you get applause. It's kind of
good.
awesome. We like to start the interviews that way. So tell me a little bit about how this concept came up for you guys.
Well, Riki and I we really wanted to create a show. I mean, we sat down one day and we were like, have you ever been in anything that you actually thought was funny? And we were like, yeah, maybe one thing. And we're like, I have 60 things on my IMDb and I don't really think many of them, like maybe 2 of them I liked. So we were like,
mind you, everyone you've worked with on IMDb is now like, she didn't think that was funny?
No.
This is the thing. Everyone on IMDb is going, oh, one of my things. That was the funny one. At least you said 2, so I'm one of the 2. That's how Hollywood is.
But in general, we just wanted to really be in something that we would watch. And
Yeah.
so we were like, we should create a show. So we started brainstorming a lot of different ideas. And I had 2 ideas that I brought to Riki. And I was like, I had this idea for this like turn of the century show, but then I have this other idea maybe we should do about these like reality stars. And like we just had all these different things. And then Riki was like, well, why don't we combine those 2 things?
Which would you say it's more like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Housewives, or Downton Abbey?
It's a combo of all 3, truly. There's like
Okay.
a third, because it's definitely Downton.
Yep.
It's you can look at it and see that it's Downton. But there's also that like dumb sisters laying around, hanging out thing. And then, but there's the housewives who are like trying to make stuff happen, and they dress too big and they drink too much. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Thankfully, Riki actually has the capacity to be able to watch the Kardashians, so she was able to help
she's
us.
bringing to this partnership.
And the housewives.
I
So watch both of
unfortunately can't watch those things. So Riki would then report to us and we would watch clips if we had to.
I like it. I like balancing the job.
Natasha's like, I'll do all the historical research. I'm like, great. I'll be watching The Real Housewives of New York, and then we'll
I
get
do
back
like
to
You're
Real
doing
Housewives.
historical research
you know.
that's current. How much do you do for research as far as history?
I had someone come up to me on Comic-Con yesterday and they would go, I love how you guys don't research at all. You just have a complete disregard for historical accuracy. And I was like, oh, you don't know anything about the time period. I was like, what do you think we made up? And he's like, well, cocaine wine. I was like, true.
Yeah.
And then he was like, because he'd seen 5 episodes, he was like, the pageant with people versus cabbages. I was like, that was true. And like everything he was like, oh. And I was like, but thanks for assuming we didn't research.